guys, welcome to Merlin's Ears. Today is a slightly different vlog to what we usually do. I'm doing a Q&A, courtesy of the Goodwin family. It's not something I've really thought about doing in the past. It's not something I really had plans to do, but the Goodwin family filmed theirs about a month ago, and at the end of their vlog they nominated us, so thanks Goodwins. So I put a plea out on Twitter asking for some questions from you guys. I've got the list in front of me, so I'll just get straight to it. Our first question is from Josh Loves Orlando. Hi Josh, and he's asked what gave you the idea for Merlin's Ears and what gave you the inspiration to become a YouTuber. So Merlin's Ears is quite simple. It's a combination of Merlin, because we've got Merlin annual passes, and we've been going to the Merlin theme parks for quite a number of years now, and we're always in and out of those. And Ears is obviously my love of all things Disney, hence Merlin's Ears was born. And the inspiration behind becoming a YouTuber, I was at a party last year and one of Neil's friends was chatting to me, and I was chewing his ear off about Orlando and Disney and theme parks and YouTube, and he said, you know, why don't you do your own channel? And I was like, are you kind of yanking my chain? Are you being serious? And he was like, well, why not? You're passionate about it. And so the next morning Neil downloaded some editing software and was like, right, there you go, it's on the computer, ready to go. I was kind of like, oh, I'm not sure I want to do this. I started filming stuff in March last year, but I wasn't brave enough to actually release anything until the July, but I did, and here we are. So yeah, that's how Merlin's Ears became about. The next question we've got is from Gareth and Laura. The Disney park is empty. You decide which park. You've got 1 hour, what do you do? So I had to think about this one, and I think I would go with the Animal Kingdom. I haven't been there since Pandora opened, and from looking at vlogs and and hearing stories about the place, it's crazy busy, and I think if the park was empty, that's what I would want to do. Go straight to Pandora, go on the rides there, experience it, just the whole atmosphere of it, and just take some like really cool pictures. Okay, the next one is from the Goodwins. If you had to choose between the 4 parks to spend your last day, where would you spend it? Easy, Magic Kingdom. It's the most magical of the Disney parks. I would be there trying to get the last meet and greets and getting loads of pictures of the castle and just soaking in all that Disney magic before we got the flight home. So yeah, definitely Magic Kingdom. You've got $20 remaining on your last day at Walt Disney World. What would you spend it on? So for me, the only thing I really collect in terms of like memorabilia, souvenirs and stuff, apart from ears, $20 is not going to get me a pair of ears. I would spend $20 on fridge magnets or mugs, because I do collect those as well. So fridge magnets or mugs with my $20. Your must-have items for the park, I had to jot this down because I wouldn't remember. So tickets, obviously, if I'm going to get in the theme park, I need my tickets. Camera to take loads of awesome pictures and vlog for you guys. Sun cream, because I've got the fairest skin in the world. I go out in the sun for like a second and I get burnt. Obviously ears if I'm going to a Disney park, and sunglasses because I've got really sensitive eyes, and the minute I'm outside in the sun I'm kind of like this, not a good look, so definitely need my sunglasses. Okay, and they've also said, hope you enjoy this, can't wait. Thanks. The next question is from Walk in the Parks. You can only ride one Disney attraction for the rest of your life. What is it and why? This is a no-brainer. Disneyland Paris, rock and roller coaster featuring Aerosmith. It's due to close this year and I'm absolutely devastated. It's my favourite ride in the whole world. So if I could ride it for the rest of my life, it would stop them closing it down. It's basically a launch coaster in the dark, and you're listening to Aerosmith music on the way round. There's a really cool light show. It's just incredible. I love, love, love rock and roller coaster at Disneyland Paris. Hey, the next question is from Amy's Disney Dream. If you could eat only one Disney snack and meal for your whole life, what would it be? So I would choose for a snack the cheeseburger egg rolls from Magic Kingdom, and a meal it would be the pizzas from Colonel Hattie's in Disneyland Paris. Just, you know, like the Mickey shaped pizzas, just a cheese and tomato, something really simple. Don't think I could ever get bored of eating pizzas. So my next set of questions are from Nathan Staker. Do you have any trip traditions? Not really one for traditions. We kind of just wing it, to be honest, but things that we usually do are at Disneyland Paris. Our last meal is always at Annette's Diner in Disney Village, more for convenience than anything because it's the closest restaurant to the Eurostar station, and it's just cheap and cheerful, hot dogs and burgers. It's a really cool restaurant, it's not too expensive, and they've got like waitresses and roller skates and stuff, so it's really fun. And the only other one that I could think of was meeting Eeyore. Every Disney trip I have to have a picture and a cuddle with Eeyore. What is your favourite UK Merlin attraction and ride? I assume that's where Merlin's ears comes from anyway, LOL. So yeah, my favourite Merlin UK park is Chessington World of Adventures. It's our home park, so it's kind of special to us anyway. It's a really cool all-round theme park. It's got a good mix of rides, so you've got sort of a slightly bigger rides like the rattlesnake and vampire ride. Then there's plenty to do for the young children as well. It's also got the animals and the sea life centre, so it's plenty to keep you occupied, and it's just a nice all-round themed park. My favourite ride, however, is Wicker Man at Alton Towers. Got to go on it for the first time at Halloween last year. Incredible, it was so much fun and so fast. I wasn't expecting it to be as fast as it was. So also from Nathan is, you can only ride one ride in each Walt Disney World park, what would you choose? So for me it'd be Magic Kingdom, Pirates of the Caribbean. Animal Kingdom would be Everest. Epcot would be Soaring. It's kind of like a tie between Soaring and Test Track, but overall I'd say Soaring. And Hollywood Studios Slinky Dog. I've not been on it yet, but it just looks amazing, so I'd love to go on Slinky Dog. Disney or Universal? Ooh, very, very tough. Universal, dare I say? Yeah, recently probably Universal. And best and worst Disney World memory. Disney World, I don't really have too many bad memories as such, but the only one I can really think of is once we went, it was just towards the tail end of spring break, and we were at Epcot, and there was a load of like college students with the mobility scooters. I don't know how they got them, why they had them, but they were practically drag racing them by the Mexico Pavilion and nearly ran Harry down. I was furious. Best memory, there's tons, but probably the funniest memory, there was a time at Animal Kingdom that we met Tigger. And you know how the characters do, like if you're a couple, the character plays on that, like, you know, giving the lady a little kiss on the cheek or on the hand and sort of pretending to sort of push the guy away. And this time Tigger challenged Neil to some push-ups and Tigger won. I think I've got a picture of it, so I'll try and put that in here for you, but it was hilarious, and yeah, a really great character experience. So that was probably my best memory from Walt Disney World. Okay, the next question is from UK Disney Vlog. If you could pick any resort to stay at in Orlando, which would you pick? For me, if it was Disney, it would be the Polynesian. We've never stayed there before, but it looks beautiful. Like the location of it as well, just across the water from Magic Kingdom. It just looks really, really lovely. I'd love to stay at Polynesian. If it was at Universal, I'd say the Aventura, because it's one of the newer hotels, and it's very modern, and I'd just like to see all like the techie gadgets and stuff that they've got in the room, and you should probably get a good view of Volcano Bay from there, I'd imagine. So yeah, I'd like to give Aventura a go. The UK Disney Vlog have also asked, what's your favourite restaurant? I did kind of struggle with this one, but I would say Disney World favourite restaurant would be Our Guest. Not so much for the food, but more just the atmosphere there. We were sat in the West Wing, and every so often the lights go off, and it's like thunder and lightning almost effects. And there's a painting on the wall with like the claw marks through it, and it changes from Beast to Prince. And you've also got the rose with the falling petals in there. The Be Our Guest on Disney property is our favourite restaurant. At Universal, it would be the Leaky Cauldron. The best breakfast I've ever had was at the Leaky Cauldron. It was a bit pricey, but it was such good food. I'm pretty sure I got a picture of that as well, so I'll pop that in for you guys to see. Next question is from Welsh Family Adventures. What's your favourite Merlin park and why? Chessington World of Adventures is our home park. It's just a good all-round theme park for all of the family. It's got a perfect mix of thrill rides and family rides. CrissyOshow, you've asked, when is your favourite season to travel to the parks and why? Definitely Halloween, all day long. I love Halloween. It's slightly cooler. I love all the extra shows, and I love Disney villains, so to get to meet them and see them in the parade is fantastic. We went to Mickey's Not So Scary last year for the first time and saw the Villain Spectacular show with the Sanderson sisters. Brilliant, so much fun. It was one of my bucket list things to do, to see that show, so I really enjoyed it. And obviously trick-or-treating, getting all the candy. So yeah, Halloween is definitely my favourite season. Okay, and also Belle, you've asked a few questions. So you've got, what's your favourite London Merlin attraction? I'm not the biggest fan of going into London, if I'm honest. I just find it really busy and chaotic, and I just get a bit claustrophobic on the trains and anxiety flares up. I don't really like going into London. But when we do, I would say probably my favourite attraction is Shrek's London Adventure. It's a pain you can't film in there, because I'd love to share it with you guys. They're really, really strict about filming. It's basically like a walk-through attraction based on the Shrek films, and you go through different rooms and there's live actors and lots of interaction and stuff. It's fantastic. And then there's like a 3D or 4D sort of bus ride as well, so it's really cool. Do you collect pop badges? If so, what's your favourite find? I don't personally, but Harry does collect the pop badges. I've taken a picture of them for you, so I'll pop that in here. I asked Harry earlier what his favourite pop badge was, and he's chosen this one from Legoland, which is a Yeti. Let me just see if the camera will focus on it for you. There you go. And my favourite one of Harry's pop badges is this one from Chesington, which is the 30-year anniversary of Calamity Canyon. You can kind of see that there. This one is just kind of, it has like childhood memories for me. I remember visiting Chesington when I was younger with my mum and dad and being terrified of the runaway mine train, and that's the picture that's on this pop badge. So it just has sort of childhood memories for me. So that's my favourite of Harry's pop badges. And you've also asked what our favourite theme park in the UK is. We've answered that already. Chesington. Okay, this one is from FloRichDa Family Vlogs. I'm going to get my phone ready because this is a quickfire question, so I haven't been able to prepare for them. Okay, so we've got Disney or Universal? Universal. Towers or Thorpe? Towers. Marvel or DC? Marvel. Monorail or ferry? Ferry. Hotel or villa? Hotel. Pool or beach? Pool. I hate getting sand everywhere. Ugh. Cocktail or ice cold beer? Cocktail. Sweet or savoury? To be honest, both, but if I had to choose, it would be sweets. Halloween or Christmas? Oh, I love them both, but I'm going to say Halloween. Eat out or takeaway? It's got to be a takeaway because I'm too lazy to get dressed up. Sun or snow? I love the snow. Nemesis or Inferno? Nemesis. Thank you very much, FloRichDa Family Vlogs. The next one is from LauraTakesTheKris. Very controversial. What do you think the most overrated attraction, snack, restaurant and experience in Disney? Very controversial indeed. This one had me and Neil talking quite a bit about. We couldn't decide. I had to write the answers down because I wouldn't remember. Let's have a look. So, overrated attraction. Walt Disney World's Space Mountain. The one in Paris, their Space Mountain is amazing. It's a real intense, proper roller coaster, and I'd been on that before I'd visited Disney World. So when I went on Disney World Space Mountain, I was kind of like, is this it? It's very tame. It's a bit dated, so it's not great, to be honest. I know a lot of people love it, but it's no. So Space Mountain at Walt Disney World. Snack, turkey legs. Ugh. I don't know what that's all about. It's not something not something I would really eat, and they just look ugh. So turkey legs. Experience would be meeting and greeting like real people, like the princesses or Aladdin, you know, like characters that you like, face characters, you know, not with costumes on. I just find it really awkward, like you've got to play along with them, and I just find it a bit yeah, obviously I get why people like with little girls want to meet the princesses, but yeah, no. And restaurant, this one was the hardest. We really couldn't think of an overrated restaurant. The only one I can think of, is it Cinderella's Royal Table, the one that's in the castle in Disney World. I know a lot of people really bang on about how amazing it is. We haven't experienced it ourselves, so we can't really comment, but from what I've read about it, it does seem very expensive. It's something I personally wouldn't want to pay out for, especially as I've just mentioned, I don't really like meeting face characters. So at a push, I would say Cinderella's Royal Table. Ooh. Okay, well that's it. That's all of our questions. Thank you very much to everybody that's submitted them to us. I hope I've answered them okay for you. That was really, really nerve-wracking. Oh, thank you very much, Goodwins, for nominating us. There's only one more thing that I really need to do. Because obviously we were nominated to do this via the Goodwins, I've decided that I'm going to follow on and nominate another YouTuber to do a Q&A. So I hereby nominate Clandy Days. Clandy Days started vlogging around the same time as we did. I've had the pleasure of meeting them a couple of times. They're really lovely. I think this will be a really fun, cool thing for them to do. So Clandy Days, I look forward to seeing your Q&A, and I'll definitely submit some questions for you. While I've got you here, there was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. I was planning to do a separate trip announcement vlog, but I find it really weird just sitting talking to a camera, so I figured I'd just do it all in one go. So yeah, this year we have booked a holiday. We booked it in the January sales. I'm very excited to announce we are going back to Florida. Really looking forward to it. We're going in the summer holidays. We're travelling with British Airways. We'll be staying for 10 nights this time, and we're really excited to be staying at Universal's new Endless Summer Resort. It's a brand new hotel. It was meant to open a couple of weeks before we were due to arrive, but they're ahead of schedule, so they're now actually opening in June, but it's still going to be practically brand new. It's Universal's new budget hotel, and I believe it's built on the old Wet n Wild site. It's also, we're still going to get all the benefits of staying on Universal property, so we'll get early entry into the park and free transport over to Universal and Islands Adventure. So we're really looking forward to staying there and perhaps comparing it to Cabana Bay. In terms of what parks we're going to do when we're there, I haven't really finalised the itinerary yet. I usually use a website called The Dib, and it has a busy day guide, so it will tell you when the parks are quieter, when they're busy, and when to avoid them. And I kind of do like a little table, and we kind of plan it that way. I can tell you though, we're definitely going to be going back to Universal, Islands Adventure, Volcano Bay, SeaWorld, because we really want to try out the new Infinity Falls ride. The tickets we've bought also include Busch Gardens, so we're going to head out there as well. It's going to be the first time that Harry and I have been. Neil went when he was younger, but me and Harry haven't been before, so we're really excited to experience Busch Gardens. We're also going to try Legoland in Florida, because we've got Merlin passes. They give us half-price entry into international parks and attractions, so we're going to head over to Legoland, Florida as well, so that should be really exciting for Harry. We do want to get back to Disney as well, but we haven't really come to an agreement as to which park we would want to go to and how we're going to manage it, because it is quite expensive just to do a day ticket to Disney. Last year we did Mickey's Not So Scary at Magic Kingdom, so I'm kind of not sure whether it's worth going back to Magic Kingdom. I want to go to Animal Kingdom because I've not experienced Pandora. Harry wants to go to Epcot because he wants to go on Spaceship Earth and Test Track. And Neil, and kind of me as well, would like to go to Hollywood Studios because we're actually going to be there when Galaxy's Edge opens, and we're huge Star Wars fans. But we don't know if we want to pay near £300 to go in when it's going to be rammed busy. I'm not sure if we should really do that on this trip, maybe save it for the next trip, but who knows. We kind of got to weigh up our options with Disney, but we're really excited to be heading back there. If you've got any top tips about how to do Disney in an affordable way, please comment down below. I'll put a few of highlights from last year's Florida trip in at the end of this vlog, and we have got a playlist of those videos if you'd like to take a look as well over on our channel. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this Q&A, and hopefully we'll see you on our adventures soon. Take care, bye!